Okay, hello. I just talked for 10 minutes and I had no idea what I was talking about. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, like I don't think I got any of the messages I wanted to get across, so this is the second part. Check out my awesome skins, first of all. Did my spray work? Yeah, my spray did work, hell yeah. I just wanted to talk about things. I just had a night shift about like 12 hours ago or something. I took a nap and then just had my regular day, I guess. And just wanted to talk. There was like a time period of my life where I was completely alone. I don't really spend a lot of time with my family, my parents or my siblings. But when I was a kid, even more so, like when I was in middle school, I was very recluse, and not in a sad way, honestly. Like actually the opposite. I really enjoyed being alone. I didn't want friends. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to stay home and play Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 modes all day. I was really enamored and fascinated by the Source engine specifically. And this is called Source, this isn't the Source engine. But this is a very famous map that I don't have much nostalgic connection to. This is Blah with four H's, made by Nipper, a very prolific mapper from the Counter-Strike 1.6 days and the Cherry Clan. I only played this for the first time a week ago, and it woke up and healed something in me that I completely forgot about, which has to do a lot with that isolation that I talked about. Yeah, about that. You know, it's a time period of my life where things are just so peaceful. And I feel like this is kind of some sort of reawakening to it. I'm thinking about the fact that I am now 23 years old and I'm a professional. I don't necessarily like being a professional, it's kind of stressful on me and may not necessarily be my career for the rest of my life, although it's just starting. But I found it so interesting that at some points in your life, major changes happen and you don't really... No one's ever really ready for them. They just happen. And usually people dread that idea. They're not a fan of the fact that change is the thing. More common than people realize. That leads back to that area, which you'll never know if you never play this map because I'm too lazy to go. I'm losing my train of thought because this map is so abstract. It's like Mario. And relating back to what I was saying, is there is a philosopher who I cannot remember by name, who talked about the absurdity that is existence. And I have to agree with it. I don't know what side of the three outcomes I choose, which let me dive into that. There is such a philosopher, maybe I'll put it on the screen, that talked about the absurdism in reality existing. You know, when you realize that innately all living creatures' purpose is at an objective level survival and reproduction, to which has no like intrinsic meaning other than to exist, which is not necessarily a meaning, you have to come to three different conclusions. One, suicide. Two, higher meaning, purpose, such as religion, God. And the third one would be kind of not paradox per se, but rather a challenging of the absurdity that is existing. As in, you know that you don't really have a reason to exist unless you give yourself one in which it's not necessarily sound, but rather your opinion. But just choosing to exist. Existing and enjoying that, which, again, all points of that are not really logical, if that makes sense. I know, it's kind of a confusing thought, but essentially, finding a reason to be alive, or not really needing one and just existing to enjoy. Not hedonism, very big different thing. And I feel like I've slipped and slide out of all of these positions at some point. And I think that's rather normal. I think that most adults do that. Teenagers, children alike, whenever you try to pay some mind to it. Just like this baby right here, just like when you just decide to gain consciousness one day. Is there a wall here? There's a circle here. It's really interesting though. I think that honestly, I don't know what to think. But I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of lost in my worries. I don't feel like I am worrying. I'm just kind of existing a little bit like a husk, which isn't a healthy way of looking at it or healthy way of living at all, really. Not getting enough sleep, drinking energy drinks, stressing, isolating. I don't know. What am I supposed to think, you know? I'm in a lot of debt. I don't have a lot of money. But I'm really happy on this game right now. Oh, I'm inspecting my gun. Let's go! What? That's so cool, man. Can I inspect this one too if I just stand here? Is there an idle animation? Maybe not. Anyways, yeah, I just got so lost in my thoughts there. Or not even that, I don't need to think. Oh, I do have an inspect animation. Let's go! What does that say? Her hands in the way. Happy what? I know what it said. Happy? Probably happy heart. I mean, that's what the English says next to it. Oh. Happy hato. My thumb's in the way. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think that, there is, like, no actual issue. I live in a first world country. Debt or not, I can get money and I guess just, like, live to eat more and to consume more. Not food, but media, literacy, learn more. Same as it ever was, really. And I'm not sure, that idea just is, like, not as comforting as one would think. You just kind of keep going. There's no such thing as stopping, and the people who feel that way when they do stop, well, maybe they stagnate, and to which they find themselves not satiated, they find themselves regretting. Even people who move forward start regretting too. I feel like I am moving very forward, but not necessarily wanting to. And it's so interesting to me. The grass is always greener is what they say. But I don't even own a house, so whose grass am I looking at? I don't know. I'm just a homeless dude on crack. New art exhibition, bros. Well, I don't know. I have to go to sleep soon. I have unpaid work tomorrow. I just thought I'd talk about what was on my mind, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. I'm using conclusion. I don't know.